Our first presenter, Dr. Rayner Bin Tangkui, is a Malaysian educator and researcher with over 15 years of experience in teacher training and digital integration. At the Institute of Teachers Education in Sabah, he equips pre-service teachers to use technologies like Minecraft and ChatGPT to enhance instructional practices. His TCC project, Fostering Authentic Reflective Thinking Among Pre-Service Teachers, guides future educators in using generative AI or Gen AI as a tool to support, not replace, their reflection process. Through a structured model combining self-reflection, peer dialogue, and Gen AI-supported refinement, his work nurtures ethical, thoughtful, and future-ready educators. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Rayner Bin Tangkui.
Okay, thank you very much to our moderator today, Mr. Julius. So before my presentation is being prepared, I would like to say good afternoon to everyone, to our honorable panel of judges, to the organizers, as well as my fellow presenters today. So allow me to present our show, to discuss what I've been doing all this while. Okay, so my proposed solutions or proposal regarding the use of AI is the integration of generative AI as a supporting tool in pre-service teachers' reflective practices. Okay, my discussion will focus on these 5 elements, which are introduction, problem statement, proposed solutions, key strengths of the proposal, as well as the conclusion. Okay, as an introduction, artificial intelligence, or AI, as it is commonly known, is transforming the education landscape globally by introducing advanced tools to improve lesson delivery. Based on the New Economic Forum research 2020-24, 60% of AI adoption extends beyond primary and secondary education, which is to higher education institutions. For example, in the Institute of Teacher Education, or fondly known as IPG in Malaysia. IPGs are actively involved in incorporating AI to equip pre-service teachers with the skills to leverage these technologies effectively. So I quoted a few research. Generative AI, or Gen AI as it is commonly known, such as ChatGPT, is widely adopted as a pedagogical support tool, especially among pre-service teachers. So this is quoted by Bahron, Stojanov, as well as Strizelacki, 2022. Yes. So by the way, what is reflective thinking? Okay, allow me to take a step back. Reflective thinking is a step in the critical thinking process that focuses on the process of evaluating and assessing what has happened. It's quoted by Chandani et al. 2016, whereby it is the process of actively and carefully evaluating one's own experiences, actions, and decisions to gain deeper understanding, improve future practice, as well as foster personal and professional growth. And I quote, it involves examining what happened, why it happened, what worked and didn't, and how to improve moving forward, especially in the classroom settings. And I quoted research or studies by Farrell, 2020-22, and then Masharipova, 2025. Reflective thinking helps teachers to critically analyze their own instructional choices and enable teachers to identify both their strengths and areas for improvement in the delivery of lessons. So based on those elements, so what is my issue, or what are the issues that I faced? I believe that the problem that I encounter, especially in my the things that I do, is overdependence on Gen AI tools for post-lesson reflections. Okay, these are my problem statements. Reflective thinking is critical for teachers' professional development, but it requires advanced cognitive engagement that many pre-service teachers struggle to develop. And whereas overdependence on Gen AI tools undermines authentic, reflective thinking among pre-service teachers, I found out that a high number of pre-service teachers prefer AI-generated reflections over authentic self-reflections. Okay, why is this an issue? Reflective practice in teacher education risks becoming an administrative exercise rather than a developmental process. They look at it as something just to fulfill the requirements. It's not for like professional growth. Without an intervention, overdependence on Gen AI may lead to pre-service teachers using Gen AI as a substitute for authentic reflection. And I based my findings on these three research or studies. I quoted Lee and Zai 2024 involving 29 Korean pre-service teachers, where they found out that overdependence on ChatGPT raises issues regarding accuracy and reliability in post-lesson reflections. And I refer to Nyaba et al. 2020-24, involving 167 pre-service teachers in Ghana. They found out that overdependence on ChatGPT has led to risks in accuracy and trustworthiness in post-lesson reflections. And I refer to Characters and Use 2024, involving 141 pre-service teachers, where they found out that overdependence on ChatGPT leads to ethical concern and academic integrity. Thanks. And I did my own research back at my institution. It is a survey I conducted among my students, pre-service teachers. It is about pre-service teachers' preference for using ChatGPT in post-lesson reflections in my institution, involving 97 respondents. So I would like to highlight number one. Okay, 42.3% of my respondents stated that they always prefer using ChatGPT. So it means to say it's getting probably out of hand if we don't intervene in these issues. Yes. That being said, why intervene? Okay, why do we need to solve this? So I have highlighted four consequences if we don't intervene on these issues. Okay, number one is shallow professional development, poor decision making, weakened teacher identity, as well as lack effective teaching skills among pre-service teachers. So that's why we need to intervene on these issues. Yes. So what are my proposed solutions? What do I propose in tackling these issues? So I've highlighted 5 elements where lecturers or even educators involved in teacher training can apply in their situation. So number one is raising awareness through professional development, implementing structured reflection framework, flexible reflection methods, regular mentoring sessions, as well as reflective portfolios. These are my proposed solutions. Okay, number one, raising awareness through professional development. So I would like to just simplify what I've written here. We need to provide awareness. We need to provide them with the knowledge, awareness. We need to tell them through webinars, through seminars, through workshops. Let them know that yes, you can use AI, but there needs to be a balance. There needs to be an approach, proper approach. So professional development here means we guide them. We give them platforms through seminars, workshops, or even like early semester sessions. Okay, we guide them. Why do we need to use AI, and how do we leverage the use of AI? So that's what from proposal number one. Okay, solution number two, implementing structured reflection framework means we provide a framework for them, okay, so that they can follow that framework, which I will show my proposal, okay, framework. Next. I have come up with the 3-phase reflection task, okay, and then let me elaborate on this one. It is a 3-phase strategy on how I found to be useful in guiding pre-service teachers to leverage AI. Next. Okay, the 3 phases. Okay, number one, I propose that phase 1, self-authentic reflection. We provide prompts or models for them, for the pre-service teachers to generate authentic thinking without the use of generative AI. Okay, we don't give them Gen AI. We let them think. We let them express their reflection. Yes. Okay, excuse me for my typing error. Phase 2 is where we let them do peer discussion. After they have generated their ideas, their reflection, we let them mix with their group. We let them discuss, brainstorm about their reflection. Okay, and this is still without the use of Gen AI. Yes. And then phase 3, I propose that in this model, we let them use AI. Okay, this is the final part. And this Gen AI is not for them to get ideas, it's for clarity and coherence. It means the ideas is there, but probably it's not well structured, it's not well clear, it's not clear in a way that can be understood normally. We use AI, it's not clear in a way that can be understood normally. We use AI to help clarify it, to make it coherent. Okay, coherent. So this is my proposed framework for my solution. Okay, next one is flexible reflection methods. So what I would like to stress here is that, okay, we let them do their own type of reflection. Okay, they don't have to use structure. They can use like storytelling, or they can use like songs and whatnot to do reflection. Next. Reflective portfolios. Let me summarize this. We let them do their own authentic reflection. We let AI do the reflection, and we make them compare. So they can learn from AI. Okay, maybe they can take from AI and use in the authentic reflection. Next. And regular mentoring session, I would say that we need to monitor them. We need to guide them. Don't leave them on their own to do the reflection. As lecturers, we need to like keep tag on them all the time. Next. Okay, so the key strength of my proposal, I'm on the final part of my presentation. Okay, I would say my proposal is valuable in this sense, where I see Gen AI is seen as a support, not a replacement for reflective thinking. Professional development and instruction models strengthen pre-service teachers' reflective practices. I believe my proposal is flexible and it has a clear guide. It is inclusive and practical. Okay, last but not least, reflection must come from within and be supported by meaningful practices and not something that should be based entirely on technologies. Okay, with that, I thank you. Okay, these are the reference QR code for my references. And with that, I thank you for your kind attention. Thank you very much.
I have two questions. Yes. One, what is the main reason you choose the three-pass regression model? Sub-regression, peer discussion, and AI support revenue. Has this approach been tested before, or it is a completely new idea? Is one. And two, can this model be applied to the other study program or level of education beyond teacher education? Okay, enough.
Thank you, Doctor, for your question. Okay, regarding question number one about the model that I proposed, it's based on my observation, it's based on my practice, and I try to leverage. I try to see that why should AI be the first part? Why should we let our pre-service teachers go to AI? If they go to AI in the first place, there will be no learning, there will be no authentic reflection. So what's the best way? If we look at the curriculum, I would say, or if the research done, there's no exact model how to apply AI. Even I think in this region, there's no concrete model or proven model to say that this is how we should apply AI in our lesson, or this is how educators should use AI. I think there's none so far as I've read. But this is based on my observation, and I would like to propose this, test it through further research. That number one, we let them think on their own. We let them try to do reflective thinking. Even in our normal lesson, we let our students do learning by doing. Let them do. And then number two, in line with 21st century skills, collaboration. Let them discuss among them. I have my own idea. Probably my peer has other ideas. So we sit together, we discuss, we brainstorm. Probably I see something that my peers do not see. My peers see something that I do not see. So we extend our knowledge. And then I propose that on the final phase, this is where we switch to AI. As been mentioned by Mr. Nguyen just now, I would like to add to that, sir. We need to coexist. We will coexist with AI in the future.
Thank you, Dr. Rayner. Very good presentation. And I want to pick up from the question from Amos just now about the three-phase reflection task. It's very interesting. You let them do the reflection first, individually, then they have a group collaboration to reflect, and then only after that, you introduce AI. Now, what if we integrate AI at the second stage, particularly the stage where they do that collaboration, discussion, reflection? From my experience as well, I can see that normally students have difficulties in sharing ideas, being creative and critical on ideas. What if you can put in the AI integration in the second phase rather than waited until the third phase? What do you think? Will it increase the value of learning we get from this exercise or not? What do you think?
Thank you very much for your question, Doctor. And I would like to answer that based on my slide just now. Can Ms. Lin go back to flexible framework model? Where if you catch my presentation just now, I've highlighted there flexible reflection methods. It means to say my model obviously is a proposal, and I haven't done extensive research on it. But overall, in my proposal, I highlighted flexible reflection methods. Meaning to say my model should be flexible, as what Dr. Rafi mentioned. Why not? Why can't it be in phase 2? So that's why I put flexible reflection methods. I probably use my model. I will probably use Gen AI in the third phase. Some teachers or lecturers probably would use it in the second phase. So that's why I purposely put flexible. We should be flexible. We should encourage them. If AI can assist in the second phase, why not? As long as, to me, in my opinion, it's not in the first phase. It can be in the second, because they have their own ideas in the first phase. We want the authenticity, we want the originality of the reflection. If they go to phase 2, I think there's no issue, because they already generated their own authentic reflection. Phase 2 is more like a discussion between a student and a student with AI. So I think there's nothing wrong with that. As long as they already generated their own authentic, original reflection. And probably a phase 3 is more on like streamlining everything. So Dr. Rafi, I believe that I will answer that using my flexible reflective model. Thank you.
Okay, good afternoon, Dr. Rayner. Thank you for the presentation. Always very inspiring to hear about initiatives to improve teacher education programs, especially because we really believe that high-performing teachers actually are products of very good pre-service teacher education programs. So my question to you is this: the over-reliance on AI is a concern, not just in so far as reflective task or reflective thinking is concerned. So what is your opinion on this, and why did you actually focus on post-lesson reflection in this particular proposal?
Thank you very much, Doctor, for your question. It's a very good question. Why am I concerned with pre-service teachers turning to AI to generate reflection? Okay, as you all know, one of the key strengths of a teacher and educator is reflection. We do reflection as educators. We need to do reflection in order to see where we lacked. I enter a class today, probably some of my students at the back over there, I'm not paying attention. Probably they are falling asleep at the back. So I need to do reflection to discover, to analyze, to evaluate. What is wrong with my lesson? Are there things that I lacked in my lesson? It's like self-empowerment, self-improvement. So based on the question, why AI? I'm not saying we are going to we need to wipe totally AI, because in a way it's very beneficial. I believe everyone in this room is using AI, ChatGPT, to do their everyday tasks. Even to me myself, I find it, one criteria that I like is responsive feedback. I can finish some tasks that I need 5 hours previously, I can finish in 10 minutes, for example. So going back to Doctor's question, I really want originality, novelty. Because if pre-service teachers just turn to AI, where's the novelty? Where's the originality? I believe 10 years from now, teachers will still face difficulties in the classroom. There will always be issues. Back when I was at school 20 years ago, and young teachers 10 years ahead, there will always be issues in the classroom. So there will be something new to discover. So AI, as we all know, it only fetches database available in the net. And it's based on an algorithm. For example, Mr. Nguyen mentioned, let me finish, okay? Okay, sorry, let me finish. It's a very important point. Mr. Nguyen mentioned yesterday is that AI will always exist, but I forgot my point already. So okay, sorry to say. It means I want novelty. I want genuine ideas from my pupils, because we will always encounter new problems, new issues. So if the AI will only generate, okay, provinces, sorry Mr. Nguyen, the provinces. Mr. Nguyen mentioned yesterday, from 64 provinces, goes down to 32. But when we access ChatGPT, it still mentioned like around 50 plus. So it is to update itself. So we need pre-service teachers who are able to produce novelty, produce originality, because they will tend to encounter new problems. Thank you very much.
I'm very interested in the presentation, and but I like the effects of the implementation first. So in the plan, I see that you have an implementation plan for 14 weeks. Yeah, it means in about 3 months. Okay, 3 months for implementation. So I want you to give me the details of how many hours you need to implement the plan. How many hours of learning or teaching or practice, etc. Thank you.
Thank you for your question, Doctor. When it comes to actual practice, when it comes to actual hands-on, obviously I am unable to answer that exactly, Doctor, because it is very subjective, it is very abstract, and I believe we need, I would say, okay, I need to quote that my proposal, reflective, the 3-phase reflective phase reflection model is not tested. I cannot declare that this is like a one-size-fits-all. I'm merely stating that I have this idea, I have this solution, and from what have the other judges have mentioned, it's probably practical. I find it practical in my classroom. Okay, so how many hours, how many research do I mean duration do I need? Sorry doctor, I cannot really answer that one, because as researchers, we need to do like probably qualitative assessment, and then we need to do like a pilot testing and whatnot to prove a model. So I cannot simply answer that, doctor. I'm very sorry. But then, when it comes to research, yes, I need to go through the proper procedures in conducting a research. I have an idea. As a researcher, I need to prove it. I cannot simply say, this is a one size fits all. We have to go through the problem statement phase, the literature review phase. We need to go through the pilot testing, instrumentation phase, and then I think this is basically more qualitative. We do observation, we do like interviews and whatnot. So probably, doctor, in the near future, I will do more on research to come up with a solid proposal or a solid model for this one. Thank you very much.